What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, G11, and this is the Homie Talk Podcast. It seems like every time I turn on the news or looking at an article lately, I'm seeing New York City in the headlines. The city, in my opinion, is in a major crisis right now, and I just don't know if they can recover from it. You got this out of control illegal immigration situation where you have thousands and thousands of folks in the city that literally have nowhere to stay. They can't work. They're just existing. And if you can't work, you're just there, right? Eventually, you're going to resort to either hustling or doing some illegal type stuff to make some money, right? So that's one facet of what's happening. Then you got a mayor that's embattled, facing a lawsuit for some pretty egregious stuff. We can't even say it here, right? And then don't even get me started on the situation in the subway. Let me ask you a question. This is for you, the viewers. Do you think it is normal to have to deploy the National Guard into your own state to help police the subway system? I'm going to answer that for you. That is absolutely not normal, right? The situation is and has been out of control for some time. Literally, like, every other day, it seems like there's some type of shooting, some type of stabbing, or someone getting pushed to meet their end in front of a train. I want to bring your attention to a particularly egregious situation that just broke this past Sunday. First and foremost, my condolences go out to the family, right? Secondly, what the hell were they doing out at 2 a.m. hanging around a bodega? Literally nothing good happens once you hit a certain time at night. I promise you, I am usually in bed myself by 9 o'clock. You will not catch G11 hanging out. People who try to do that, I tell them, go ahead. I'll see you later. I'll catch up with you. You got it. Honestly, because the mission is to live to make it to another day, right? I want to go home. I want to see my kids. I want to see my wife. I want to literally make it to the other day, and I'm going to make wise decisions to do that. So 2 a.m., that's not even an option for me. It's not even an option for nobody in the crib, all right? Now, moving past the fact that it's 2 a.m., you allegedly had this guy who tried to essentially hit on the twins. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it's trying to get their attention so he can maybe do a hookup or something like that. But he's really trying to get their attention. They didn't show any interest. There's some articles that say they had bumped into him earlier that night. He was drunk or whatever. He's really trying to make it happen. But they showed no interest, and he follows them into the bodega, right? And eventually, it just got so bad, right? He follows them and he's hitting them. They're just telling him no, that he gets put out by the owner, right? Door gets locked, he gets put out. You think that'd be the end of the story, but no, it doesn't stop there. Unfortunately, this brother starts kicking and slamming on the glass and decides to wait for him to come out, right? So you got the girls. I believe their brother was there with them. They finally leave the store. They leave the store. Dude attacks him with a knife, right? So the brother, he's trying to fight him. I guess it broke out into a brawl, and then he legit stabs one of the sisters several times. Now, there's some articles that detail exactly where. We won't get into that here, but he stabs the sister, man. And unfortunately, by the time she got to the hospital, she was dead. She just died there. And the sad thing is, they're still on the run for this guy. The knife was left there on the scene, which is crazy. So they have fingerprints and things. But the issue is no one has come forward to give any type of identity or like nothing, right? Police are still asking for information for this guy. This, in my opinion, is a symptom of a bigger problem, right? You got all sorts of chaos and death running rampant through this city. And I don't think it's going to be turned around, right? It's just like California. It is the Wild West over there. You got laws that literally let criminals walk free with no bail. You got a very liberal political body that's soft on crime. You got this migrant crisis. You got an overwhelming city deficit where services are having to be canceled just to keep the city afloat. the cost of living is just totally out of control, right? The average earner can't even live in certain parts of the city. It is an absolute mess. I promise you, I will never, ever live in New York City. It's a shame. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you like this style of content, I'll see you over on the next one. I'm out of here.